Yeah. It's the Nempathy show. We back, season 2, episode 101, man. I go by the name of Sonic Boom. Got Brian B. Knowing in the building. Got Pastor Ball in the building. What's good with y'all, fellas?
What's up, man?
What
Man,
up?
it's been a minute.
Good,
Hey, this thing called life got us all spinning plates.
man.
Little hiatus.
Yeah.
Hiatus.
Yo, yo, Pastor. I seen you got a podcast going on now.
Yeah. It's called Bro Can We Talk? And it's a Facebook exclusive, really just for men, a safe place for all men to come and be able to connect and talk about man things. And so yeah, it's actually my homeboy. He actually started it, and he wanted me to be a part of it. So we do that every I think twice a month, like the second and fourth Sunday of the month. And so yeah, you got to be in Facebook though to get on to be a part of it though.
True. Yeah, I think Facebook making a little comeback, man. I think some of these other social media platforms starting to get whacked with the restrictions and they keep changing the algorithm and stuff like that.
Yeah, and Facebook is especially for what we're trying to do, man. Like our next topic gonna be talking about porn addiction and your work wife and all those all that stuff. And if somebody says some sensitive information, you have to be in that group to be able to hear it. You know what I'm saying? So Facebook gives you that opportunity to kind of be more isolated and insulated. And gives you that and gives people more of a freedom because you can't be in there if you didn't get invited or if you didn't request to be in there. So there's no, unless a female jumps in somebody else's Facebook, there's no way that information can get out. So yeah. So what's up? What y'all been up to?
I was gonna ask Brian B. Knowing, like, yo, how did you handle your porn addiction?
It's an ongoing process. Ongoing. Yeah,
The reality is, though, if you ever dealt with it, it's a beast.
it is.
It 100% is a beast. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not against porn, but I don't really need that. I don't need that to get up to get started. Just like I don't need music. You know what I mean?
Oh,
You
I
a
mean,
DJ.
hey, it ain't even to get started. Sometimes maybe the person you with ain't as out there as the person on the screen.
Right. See, that's what happened. You start falling down that rabbit hole. You
Right.
on
Don't have
page
no
you on
bottom.
page 56. Like, dang, I said,
That sounds like a maneuver,
Right.
a rabbit hole.
oh man, that's dark.
Yo, I mean, like, what you using it as, like, instructional? Like, you telling, hey, look, this is what you're supposed to be doing.
Nah, you ain't watching it. I mean, most of the time you ain't watching it with them. You watching it by yourself.
You ever watched it with your lady before, like, ever in your life?
Yeah.
Have it ever gone bad?
Nah. I mean, nah. It didn't go bad. It's kind of tough because if you're looking at something, most likely you're looking at what interests you, and so it for them it would have to be something that interests them, and so that's just kind of I mean, it's kind of finding that balance if you are doing that, if that's what you do. But if it's just something that you're trying to try, you're going to go what you like, and they may not like what you like.
Right. Yeah, I had a girl get mad at me and shit. She got mad at me, man.
Did she look like the girl in the video?
Not at all.
See, that's what it is. See?
I don't need that. I'd rather make one. You know what I'm saying?
All right, yeah.
Yo, so like I got a few icebreakers for y'all fellas. You know, it's been a while. Yo, first of all, I want to say this. Rest in peace to
Rest in peace.
CJ Burney, man. You know what I'm saying? A Baltimore legend, right? You know, he gave me a few gigs, you know, DJing his comedy show at Sully's Comedy Cellar. I mean, it's been a few months since he passed, but we weren't on. So I just want to say that publicly. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, man. I know
Hey, Doug
Cindy
said he
Brian be
can't
doing.
log in.
Matter of fact, he's like, I think that's the first person I spoke to when I came into the Baltimore Comedy Factory for the first time.
Oh yeah.
And when it was over Burks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think he was the first one, and then Stiletto.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Stiletto too.
Yeah, man. But yo,
damn, I'm trying to think. Did I do a show?
now now is this true, fellas? Real men don't care about stretch marks, cellulite, fupa, and rolls. Real men.
I don't see. I don't like that because, man, we just kind of alluding to that. Man, you like what you like. Like you can't. You about to villainize a nigga because he like a woman with a six pack like you. That's what he like. If he don't like the fupa, he don't like the fupa. Just like if a woman don't like this, that, and the third about a dude, she's well within her right to not like that. She's even championed by jumping on social media and saying how much she don't like that. So, but you know what I'm saying? Like, also, I don't know why they be tripping on people who don't. If you got a fupa and you tripping about niggas who don't like fupas, because again, back to the point, it's a whole category
What's the
of
fupa?
women with the extra little pouch.
Oh, over the stuff. Okay.
Yeah. It's a whole category for BBWs on some of these websites, man. Somebody like you, it's just not that nigga.
You adhere to somebody. So
yeah.
But you know, health is wealth.
That
right?
too.
So we gotta care about our appearances because you know when it's healthy within, it usually shows without, right?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe what's wrong with caring?
I mean, but you might like that though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You
to
like
each his
it?
own in that category.
Do you think there's somebody who prefers the oatmeal cream pie? Like actively seeks out women with the oatmeal cream pie, right?
No, I ain't say that part. I said the fupa. I meant like the fupa.
Well, I
Like
believe
the
there
smooth
are.
joint.
I believe. Here's why I believe that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that sometimes you can get in a position to where those women have low self-esteem, and any attention is good attention. So it could be that that person is out, you know, really targeting them because for that, you know, you get you one of them, a couple of them, and they got that low self-esteem, and you kind of build them up. Now you can live in their pocketbooks. You can kind of move how you want to move. So I think there are guys that are targeting, that are out there looking for that.
So it's easy for them.
And some dudes, some dudes might just appreciate the fact that especially if she had a child. Like I appreciate it. My child, I appreciate the fact that you put your body on the line to, extend my lineage.
Jody was good.
Man, what's happening, fellas?
What up, Jody?
Been a long time, man.
A long time coming, man. A long time overdue.
yeah. Yo, we were talking about Brian B. Knowing's porn addiction.
Oh wow. Not what we was doing at all.
What you looking at?
What you looking at?
Don't feed into that, Jody.
But yo, Jody, do you think this is true? Do you think this is true that real men don't care about stretch marks, cellulite, fupa, and rolls? Real men.
I don't like the real men
Okay,
part.
here's the
Right,
thing.
right,
I'm
right.
with-
That's
I'm
the
with
issue.
Brian. I'm with Brian on this one. It's the real men. I would say mature. How about that? Mature men don't really care about that type of stuff because it's like, you know, every woman, all these women that have had kids and either gained weight, lost weight, you know what I'm saying? Like, no woman is gonna be perfect. And honestly, if she's perfect, she's probably got a lot of issues. So you don't want that woman. You don't want that woman that's 35 with like an Instagram model body of a 20-year-old. Like, bitch, you probably come with a lot of issues and baggage. So mature men don't mind a fupa and some cellulite and some stretch marks. And to be honest with you, the way these surgeries going these days, if you ain't got none of them, I can't mess with you because you probably been a nigga before. So
you say you want her to have some battle scars before she gets you.
Some recognizable.
Hey, you gotta have some type of proof that you were born with a vagina at this point. You gotta have some type of proof.
Plus, all right. Also, women be tripping about it. Depends on where the stretch marks at, because the joints on the hip, like the hip side, booty cheek, them joints is fire. Like, I don't know why they don't like them joints.
You said that like they
tiger
shoes.
stripes. You talking about?
yeah, the tiger stripes. Yeah, them joints.
You're a tiger.
Yeah, them joints tough. I mean, you stick your fingers in between the. Never mind.
So listen, man. Yeah, your girl goes to the salon, and she come home with these. How you gonna act?
I hope I know her well enough to know that you're not gonna bring home no stupid shit.
That's exactly what I'm about to say.
like if you go to the salon and come home with this, obviously I need to take Doug's advice and do better in my vetting process.
Yeah, it ain't got nothing to do with her. This is me. This
is me. Obviously, I make bad decisions. You know what I'm saying? So that's just a no for me. That one. That's a no for me.
Word up. Yo, listen. Now, women, they say they want us to be forthcoming. You know, they want us to be honest and upfront with them and tell them the truth, right? Do you think any of you, if you ever found yourself in this situation, could find a way to make this statement?
Yo,
I mean, yeah, not like this though. Like, nigga, this is where niggas be going wrong. Just you can tell the truth, but you ain't got to hit him in the mouth with it, bruh. Like,
how would Brian be knowing tell a young lady that he's intimate with that her pH is off? Man. Something ain't right.
You don't smell that? Like,
how you gonna say it?
You don't smell
Obviously not. He lives in it. Nah.
I live in these underarms. I be smelling these. Like, what? You know, you feel all right? What you been eating?
Oh,
did I not wash my hands? Like, did you not wash your hands? Why do
let's wash our hands together?
Yeah, like again, let's go back to the fingernails. How did I miss this?
That I'm dating somebody that don't know her own shit off.
Hey.
I need to be better at the women I choose because I need you to know. Like, this shit is off. I need you to know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the problem. You don't know. How you don't know?
I'm gonna tell you some of the realest shit. I used to date this one girl, right? And like, she literally would like she got so comfortable that she would check her panties around me. Mm-hmm. Like one time she picked them up and was just looking at them. She said, "Oh, that don't look right. My pH balance probably off." And it was the fact that she noticed it, right? And it was just like, see, that's the type of woman you need to deal with. Somebody that checked their own shit. If I got to do all that, then maybe I need to do a better type of people I'm dealing with. Because it's called accountability. I can't put it on you, shorty.
Well, does she blame you?
She don't blame me.
I was saying, did she blame you? Because women always say, well, you know, men can throw it off.
I mean, she didn't blame me. She was like, you know what I'm saying? Probably I tried a new soap, probably, and that could be it. You know what I'm saying? It's like with something like that, a lot of women pHs can be knocked off like that. Just be anything. So they just kind of like take accountability. Like, what did I do out of routine, like in the last couple of days that could have thrown my shit off?
And it could be certain foods too.
Mm-hmm.
not eating enough yogurt and not drinking enough
certain
cranberry.
foods, like if you eat asparagus, when you pee is going to give
Oh,
you a
yeah.
strong
Yeah, that's
smell
gonna
off when
stink.
you eat asparagus.
Yeah.
So it could be a food thing too.
That's true.
Word up, that Roof Chris. Yo, and one last thing, if you got a lady, I know all of us have had this disposition. This is me getting ready to ask my wife if we have plans this weekend, knowing full well she probably told me 5 times already.
Ooh.
Word up,
You just
smiling.
ask.
Nah,
You just ask. I do it all the time to my wife.
Yeah.
All the time.
Hey, Sonic boy, get out my business, boy.
no, this is the trick. Don't ask what we doing. Just like, oh, what time we leaving again?
Well, what we end up doing was just putting a family calendar together. So
That's good too. Yeah,
she'll just be like, it's on the calendar.
I bet.
And I'll be like, oh, yeah, it is on the calendar.
Yeah.
Yo, and that takes us to our next segment. Ask a pastor.
Uh-oh.
Right? So,
Love it.
Pastor, how do you do family stuff? Like you just said, like we have a family calendar.
Uh-huh.
Like do y'all eat? Do y'all eat together at the table?
We try to eat as much as possible together. Now that like my son's old, when he was younger, we did it all the time. I made it a point that we sat down and we ate, and we didn't turn the TV on, or we didn't have our phones, and we just sat down and we engaged, because it's a good time to talk. Then as he got older, we all kind of watch a show together, or just kind of sit there chilling. Now what he does is so we have a countertop, and then we have our dining room table. Sometimes I make him sit at the table just because we just need to sit around and do family stuff. But other times he's eating at the same time that we're eating, but he's just sitting at the counter instead of sitting at the table. And so yeah, it's just, and I think those things are very important, especially early on, because when else do you have time to really have those kind of intimate conversations and talk about things that may need to be talked about? Because life is going on, you spinning plates and stuff like that. So it's very hard to kind of have those moments of intimacy without any distractions, without the phone, without the TV. And so, so that's kind of how we do that now. Like I said, and now we don't do it as much. Sometimes I'll eat before them. Sometimes they'll eat before me. Sometimes my wife won't even eat. Sometimes he won't eat, so it's just, so we got to make family time in other ways. Like today, after I preached, we went and had breakfast. Then we went to go see Air. And then we just came home and chilled. And then me and him went to the park to hoop, and then we came back to the crib.
Yo, air's good.
Yeah, man, it was solid. It was solid. For those who, if you're a Jordan person and you want to know if you know his story, but it's a real solid movie. It was really good. It had some funny parts in it too. It was really good.
Facts. That's good, Pastor. I didn't do all of that kind of stuff. I did grow up eating together sometimes, but it was always an off and on thing. And like we were TV dinner kids, kid cuisines and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Banquets.
Banquets.
You know what I'm saying?
The Salisbury meat. The Salisbury meat.
Man, I cannot eat to this day, man.
Yo,
the joint, that Salisbury mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes be having a block of ice in it still.
Yeah. Growing up, I had it was me and my dad, so we would sit down and we'd sit at the table and eat. Yeah, I didn't know anything different. My mom didn't do it, and my cousins didn't do it, but my dad did more so than not.
My family did. I don't even remember like what we did at dinner. I only remember like what I ate, especially in high school, because my we was all living with my grandparents. Then my mom and my siblings moved out, but I stayed with my grandparents. I don't remember who cooked. I don't remember because I wasn't cooking then. I think a lot of times I ate before. A lot of times I did eat before I came home, but we never had to sit down unless it was like Sunday after church. Like we never had a full sit down like as a family type thing ever.
Man, brother.
I think it's important. So y'all, it's, for y'all to have, that's coming into that, that's real important. It's it for your child is really, really important. It sets a standard.
Jody, do did you come up in that type of environment?
What type of?
He said what time
for
is
that? It was kind of like because my mom worked late. It was kind of like my dad kind of ate together a lot, but like they did make it a point to kind of like make everybody sit down when we had like Easter, Christmas, Thanksgiving, shit like that. It was a very big point to kind of everybody sit down and eat. But like on a Monday through Friday, most of the time it was just me and my dad. And most of the time it was just me. My dad would be like, "Hey, I'm done eating because you eating slow, so hurry up and go do what you got to do." But like when we had company over though, oh yeah, it was a family dinner. Like everybody sitting down, no phones, no nothing. Sit down, shut up. We're gonna sit here and act like we like each other for the next 20 minutes. And
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Keep companies over. You gotta keep appearances up.
Hey, you remember in the 90s, the people would just show up at your house? And your family would be like, yeah. And it was like, okay. Like, oh, I didn't know you was out. I was just in the neighborhood and like, that
they might have really just been in the neighborhood.
Yeah. Right. But now.
Hey, what you doing in my neighborhood?
Yeah, like people, like what? I don't feel like that, man. Pull up on me, man.
Because like just imagine horse and buggy days, right? You know what I'm saying? Pony Express mail days, right? Somebody pop up out of the blue, you like, huh? You know what I'm saying? Somebody to talk to, like, you know. But now we're inundated with media and communication. It's like when your phone rings, you be like, the fuck, like,
I'm gonna catch you before you even ring the doorbell because I got the ring.
Yeah, see, when you walk up from the drive, like, who's that?
It's gonna trigger it, and you gonna automatically you can push like, yo, we ain't even at the crib.
See, the whole time
I see the cars. It's like I see the cars and the doors open. Nah, we ain't there.
We ain't there though.
The technology supposed to bring us closer. Is we use it to distance ourselves.
Yeah.
It's just like call ID. We started screening calls now. Bitch, I know who's calling.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Who is this?
Yo, random news. Yo, so check it out, right? I ain't gonna beleaguer this or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yo, my team did the best out of everybody's team last year.
You bought that back. The season been over 2 months, bro.
No, we ain't been on the air, baby. You know what I'm saying? My team been better than everybody's team. So we're gonna have to start. Let's start something for this season. You know what I mean, so that we can have a winner at the end of the season.
What that mean?
Like, a prize or something, man.
Like,
get a pot.
I'll participate, but I know my team probably gonna be in last.
I might as just give you my money. What are you talking about?
At this point, Boone, you want us to just cash app you money?
Yeah, like what are you saying?
Oh, boy.
Hey, Boone ought to be an Instagram hoochie, nigga. Just put your cash.
Yo, don't
money, bro.
I mean, then the Panthers, they got some picks coming, right?
But no, bro, we got the number 1 pick. I don't know why, right? I don't know why, but we traded like 2 first-round picks and DJ Moore for the first pick this year to get. My only thing that makes sense is the cat from Ohio State. Like that's the only thing that makes sense. I don't know why I'm hearing all this like y'all might get Anthony Richardson. I'm like, but we could have got that nigga at number 9 and kept our draft picks in DJ Moore. But supposedly,
he wouldn't stay. He wouldn't stayed around at number 9.
Well, Well, the other two niggas would have been gone. Like Bryce Young and CJ Stroud would have already been gone because
they 1-2. They gonna go 1-2.
But the Bears didn't need a quarterback though. They got Justin Fields. So the Bears and Jacksonville had picks in the first top 9 picks, and those two teams didn't need quarterbacks. So and the Lions too. And it's like you got 3 teams with 3 quarterbacks, so they don't need quarterbacks. So I think Anthony Richardson would have fell to us at number 9, but.
I think he would have got past 4 because somebody would have jumped. He's still on the board. Somebody jumping.
I mean, I don't know, but they keep all these speculations, and I like anybody other than CJ Stroud. We just wasted a fucking pick. Bryce Young is all of 5'10", and again, Anthony Richardson, we could have got him without the number 1 pick. So anything other than CJ Stroud, he's the biggest, most talented quarterback. Did you see his pro day? Nigga was launching that ball like 65 yards.
Oh yeah, he a beast. He's a beast. I think that Bryce Young is gonna be a star in the league. He's gonna be a Russell Wilson type dude. He's gonna be able to make plays. He's durable. You see, in the 2 years that he was playing in Alabama, he rarely missed a game. I think he missed 1 game. So he's durable. He's not like Tua. So
quarterbacks from Alabama is they get put behind this fucking Great Wall of China most years. It's like, look at the running backs and the offensive linemen that come out of Alabama. Them quarterbacks barely get touched. You know what I'm saying? By the time they leave Alabama, and then you get to a place where like all of a sudden you got pressure coming off the edges because you don't got, you know what I'm saying, fucking 5-star recruits that sat for 2 goddamn years and learned the system under Nick Saban. It's like quarterbacks from Alabama to me are kind of like, eh. Cause look at
they're kind of suspect. I mean, you don't really have. I mean, outside of who your boy in New England, you have him and you have Tua.
But look at Matt Jones in New England though. He's suffering because the nigga's getting sacked. The nigga got popped and he didn't know what the fuck to think. Like, is this what it feels to get tackled in football? Because this shit didn't happen at baseball when I can dump the fucking ball off to. So what's the boy that played for Pittsburgh?
Derrick Henry.
No, the running back that played for Pittsburgh.
Najee.
Yeah, Najee Harris. When I can just fucking 5-yard dump past Najee Harris, so I can just sling it to Devon Smith wide open. It's like, oh shit. He's got what I like to call the Ken Dorsey effect. You look great sitting behind all them weapons in that offensive line, and then you got to the league and it was like, oh shit. So that's what a lot of Alabama quarterbacks get. It's like, you suspect until you prove yourself. So I would go with CJ Stroud. Like, I go with him. He's
the best passer. He's the best passer out of the.
He's got the most pro upside out of all of the class this year. But I don't know. It's like New York did the best this year. But let's not talk about the fact that they got into the playoffs and got their ass Molly the fuck whopped.
You mean the second game?
Who they beat the first game?
Minnesota.
They beat Minnesota the first game?
Yep.
I don't think they should have gave your boy an extension at quarterback, though.
You had to give him extension.
Yeah, you had to.
You signed him to the
franchise,
to the franchise tag, and see if it was another team out there was going to offer him, and then you come back in.
They were trying to keep him and Odell. I mean, him and Saquon.
But who you gonna get to replace him?
Right.
Like, you can't aim to replace him unless you really finna put stock in the draft. But honestly, Daniel Jones did a pretty fucking good job.
Listen,
you can't even knock him.
In my opinion, all right. In my opinion, okay.
Bias ass opinion. Go ahead.
With the new GM that we have and the new coaching staff that we have, I believe, barring injury, Daniel Jones will bring the New York Giants to Super Bowl.
This year?
No, I'm not saying this year.
Just eventually, like one day.
No, I'm saying that he's our next Super Bowl quarterback.
What about the Redskins, Brian?
Oh, do we have the Commanders now?
I'm sorry. The Washington.
We got
what about Washington, Brian?
We got a
Who is
mascot.
gonna be our quarterback?
It's a pig.
A pig.
It's called. His name is Tutty.
Hey, if y'all got Lamar Jackson though,
Man,
with
we
that
could have
talent
did
on offense
something.
and that defense,
Yeah,
y'all win the division easily.
they just refuse. But we've had quarterback issues literally almost 30 years. I think we had more quarterbacks than years.
This y'all karma for
Because
killing.
y'all let a black
Our-
quarterback win the Super Bowl, and y'all been cursed ever since.
Yeah, that's
The
that
first one.
karma, nigga.
This is what they did to him after he won. Is the problem.
Mm-hmm. But look,
Shout out Doug Williams.
this is some news that just came out right before we got on the air. Your boy Odell finally found a team. He going to Baltimore, right? So do y'all think that Lamar Jackson is going to go ahead and play out the franchise or sign a lower contract because they bringing people like Odell?
He's too deep in it now. He can't go back.
Yeah,
But he posted on his page pictures of him and Odell together.
Yeah, they sure did.
Yeah,
FaceTime.
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you this, right? If he do go back on this franchise, that is him putting on an audition for all 30 like 25 other teams, right? And 2, telling Baltimore, see what happened when you let me go. So I think that but Odell's a good number 3 receiver. He's not a number 1 or number 2. I wouldn't depend on Odell to be number 1 or number 2, especially this is second ACL. Like,
he's gonna come in and he's gonna free up everybody else that's on that offense though, and they're going to put. I'll give him 60 to 75 catches this year, 1,000 yards, maybe double-digit touchdowns.
And Odell is somebody that you pick up for the playoff run. Yeah. I don't need you all season, man. I need you healthy for the playoff run.
Yeah. I need you to come in around about week 10, fuck off a few weeks, get you back in football shape, so we can start a playoff run. You could be like that X factor doing a playoff.
Well, what he's doing though, they playing their cards good. He's gonna do a 1 year, probably incentivized, probably
18 million.
Yeah, and probably 9 or 10 of that's guaranteed. So he's gonna be incentivized to stay on the field, to stay healthy, to play X amount of games, and he's probably telling Lamar like, "Look, yo, we can beast out this year, we can make a run, and then both of us next year can go and eat."
Yeah, leave, right?
Yeah. Who? I don't know who's Baltimore's 1 and 2.
It's like the other black dude, the fake
that black guy.
That's not. He need more description than that.
Huntley.
Huntley is the quarterback.
Huntley's the court. Yeah,
Oh, you talking about their receivers?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, they got Brown. They got
No, he gone.
He gone.
He went to the Mr. Drop Brown went to the fucking Arizona. But you know what pissed me off? Okay, so I don't know, number 17. That was his number because I had him on my fantasy. Every week I had him out there, he fucked off. The week I benched the nigga, he goes, that was the week they played the fucking Dolphins. That nigga went off. I was so blowed. But I know who you're talking about, number 17. This guy fucked up my fantasy.
Yo, I do not like the fact that they don't let you sub people out. Right.
What you mean during the week?
No, I'm talking during the game.
Oh, you bugging. Why would they do that?
Cause I'm trying to win. What you mean?
Is there y'all ever played or heard of a league like that?
No, that's the problem.
During the game?
Once that clock starts, you lock.
That's it. I feel like they should at least let you swap if your player get injured.
If your player get injured in like the first quarter, I feel like they should.
They should let you. They should at least let you do that.
Be able to swap to a quarterback that's like.
Man, that's part of the game, man. That's just like if you was the coach and your game plan was to run the ball down their throat, but then you start running back, you're hurt in the first quarter.
Or
look at San Fran. They lost quarterback 1, QB 2, QB 3,
Right.
QB4, and went back to QB3.
Yo, that just tell you how stacked that team is. That they able to be that dominant. It's like, yo, just put somebody back there.
First of all, so let's talk about the fact that like people like, oh, Brock Purdy's gonna start, and I was like, Brock Purdy not even a good quarterback though. Like, dude sucks. Like they have a great offensive weapon. Like you literally have like Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, fucking George Kittle. The one. Let's not talk about the other wide receiver, number 15. This nigga had like 1,100 yards and like 12 touchdowns last season. Very quietly, by the way. So it's like you had like the best offensive roster in like the NFL. And literally, Brock Purdy literally sat back there, bro, and threw 5-yard passes for 6 games in a row. Like, come on, bro. And it's like I finally watched the whole game with Deebo Samuels. I'm like, oh my God, this nigga is the truth. Because literally, bro, right? He's got speed like a fucking wide receiver and we're bouncing off niggas like a running back. It was amazingly wild to watch this man catch the ball in the middle of the field, linebackers missing, stiff-armed the fucking safety, and burn the cornerback to the end zone what would look like with ease. And the moment Deebo went out wide and they sent the safety up front, that motherfucker popped a little 10-yard pass to Christian McCaffrey and he was down the field. It was just like, all right.
And you know what's going to be difficult, though? I mean, what's going to be easier? Teams got film on Purdy now. They didn't have the film on him. And they're going to know how to game plan because you're going to have 2 first-year, second-year quarterbacks on that offense. Now that Garoppolo's over at the Raiders, so you're talking about that offense. I don't think they're going to be as. I don't think they're going to be as potent as they were this year.
Right.
They're not.
True indeed. Yo, but check it out. What the hell is your boy wearing on his feet right here? What's going on right here? This is America.
So those is
that's the new shoe backwards. I just seen that on IG and I was like, who wearing that? But it's the new.
Somebody gonna do it.
Nah, that's you. You can get that shoe.
So you can take it off. You can take it off and put it on the other way. So that's why the orange part stick up like that in the front. That's the heel. So you can wear it this way or you can wear it that way.
It looked like, like when you go to the sneaker store and they measure your foot.
The thing under the
I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, no,
I'm pretty sure they're well over $100, probably $180.
First of all, they look very trip prone. Like they don't look safe at all.
You can't run in those. How you gonna run with 2 heels?
You can't.
How you gonna walk?
If you gonna get up out of there,
you gotta pick your fit. Remember,
you gotta really be picking them knees up.
Yeah, in the Antarctic, when they put the little tennis rackets on the bottom of their feet, walking in the snow.
Yeah,
you got marching them jumps.
Yo, so you guys are basketball guys, so I know you guys could talk about this, right? So Mason Plumlee and Bones Highland got into it on the court side. You know what I'm saying?
That happened twice today, though.
Twice today,
Rudy Gobert, and somebody else, But it went even further than that because they got up, boy, and was Buddy right here that's like sitting next to to the left right here, sitting next to him, the dark skinned dude.
Yeah, like he kind of pushed
Rudy Gobert was ready to throw them things.
Yeah. Woo. Hey man.
What are these millionaires arguing about?
Man, you figure the season is over today. We make the playoffs. I've been having some stuff I've been wanting to say to you anyway. I couldn't say it during the regular season. Now, hey, what they gonna do? Make me suspend me for games? We ain't got no more games.
So Rudy and the other dude, one of them was like, "Hey man, get a block." The other one was like, "Hey man, get a rebound." And then the other one was like, "Man, fuck you, bitch. And then they just like, man, I rock your shit.
Sounds domestic.
Hey.
That's funny. Yeah, them cats.
Yeah.
But you know what will happen is the one of them two on both of them teams will be gone at the trade deadline. They will be free agents.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna get Rudy go, but you're not gonna get rid of Rudy, and you could possibly get rid of Plumlee because he ain't who he was when he was at Charlotte. But them cats at the end of the season, and the Clippers are actually in the playoffs, so they gonna need him. So
right. And somebody from what's that, Timberwolves? McDaniels, he broke his hand on the way out. I don't know if it was in the scuffle or what, but he messed his hand up too. So he got there's a whole.
Yo, why did these dudes like mess their hand up or mess their foot up? Like the most essential part of their bodies when it's time to make that push. It's like their bodies are fragile or something.
I think because the game is so fast now, like physically, like you can only put so much wear and tear on your body, and like I feel like it's so much more intense now. Like even with the best doctors and physical therapists and science and all that, your body's still like not today.
Like 82 nights a year, bro. You are at your peaks finest. Like even when we go to the gym and work out, we're not going hard like that.
Yeah.
Not and playing games. It's like, bro, they putting their bodies through a lot. That's why these niggas be looking old as shit. Like, you ever notice? I was watching Rod Woodson one year, like his last year in the league, and this nigga had gray hairs, gray in his beard. Just all to realize this nigga's like 30.
Yeah.
Man, they be like, he's an old vet again. And they be like 35, 34.
Yo, sports just throw you away. Like, man, he's done. His life is over. That man is 33. Why are you talking about him like that?
If you say you was a running back,
bruh,
and you played 16 games and you made it all the way to 33, your body is
you beat,
man.
Yeah, and that's why Tyreek Hill is saying after 2 years, I'm done.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gone.
Yeah, he did say he was getting on. He said he wanted to go on the business side.
I ain't mad at it.
I mean, it's longevity though. You know what I'm saying? It's the quality of life. It's
you got a ring.
Yeah,
I done played in 2 Super Bowls. I done won one. I got a ring. I done more in the postseason than some Hall of Famers.
You know, he might end up being a Hall of Famer. Possibly.
I don't see why he wouldn't, because Tyreek Hill literally came. It's one of them things like, did Tyreek Hill change the game of football? And Tyreek Hill coming into basically nobody was doing what he was doing. Like you weren't doing what he was doing. So I feel like he should be a Hall of Famer because Tyreek Hill was the type of guy that just like you gotta know where he's at. Like, hey, where's number 10? Because you ain't covering him.
Gone.
His most iconic play will be catching a fucking 7-yard slant and running through the middle of the field to beat the Buffalo Bills in overtime. You know what I'm saying? Or like 2 seconds to go in overtime.
You guys just said that today's the end of the NBA season. I don't really watch that, but I am a Knicks fan, and I'm happy to see that the Knicks have clinched a playoff berth.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Up, man.
You know what I'm saying? I don't need
they coming up against that first seed. Guess who they got to play?
So we going against the first seed.
Oh yeah, just go there, go home.
they coming up against them. Are they in the play-in or are they actually number 6?
5.
They're 5. Oh, so now they got to play. They got to play
4 seed.
2.
Right?
Yeah. 5 play 2.
Now 5 play 4.
I thought play 5 play 4 because don't 2 play
7.
I thought it was 1 and 6, 2 and 5, 3 and 4.
No, it's 8 teams.
Oh,
yeah. With the 9, because the 9 and 10 is the play-in.
So 1 8.
Okay. So who the 5 play?
So it'll be 4. So it'll be 1 and 8, 2 and 7, 3 and 6, 4 and 5.
Yeah.
So that's Phoenix Suns.
They play for the.
Nah,
they'll play the 4.
You looking at the West?
The East.
No, I'm saying you said the Knicks. Oh yeah, I'm bugging.
Yeah, you looking at the West.
Wait,
Cleveland.
wait. I don't watch
Cleveland. All right.
basketball either, but did my boy Brian get in?
Yeah.
They snuck it. Don't be like that, Brian.
Yeah.
Oh, Goat James got. Oh, Goat James.
Did they?
I think so.
Nah, they
I'm gonna
in
say
the
it.
playing game.
Oh, they see the West is weird. They can either finish at the play-in, or they can finish like fifth because everybody like so close. And
So they still got one more game.
now I think they
Today
played the
was
last
it.
game today.
Did they
Yeah.
win?
Yeah, they won. Now, had the refs not cheated them 4 games in January, you know what I'm saying, they'd have been comfortably in a playoff position.
That's all right. Goat James in the playoffs. That's all that matters.
Well, I'm just looking at Washington Wizards, and it has a line through it.
I'm confused as to why you brought that up.
Washington.
That's all right, man.
Now, I was hoping. I don't know what happened with Doug. You know what I'm saying? Because I know he really wanted to talk about this, but Angel Reese,
Yo,
right? Just the grand opening, the grand
Go!
right now. What's the young lady on the left's name?
Caitlin Clark.
Yo, she's actually nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
She's
she's
nice,
dope.
yo.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you go back and hear and listen to some of the stuff that Angel's been saying, she's like, we've been playing against each other since middle school. You know what I mean? Like they got a respect for each other. They got a relationship, and you know, it's just I ain't see nothing wrong with it. I think that if you go dish it out, you should be able to handle it.
Right.
You should be able to take it. But you know, it was she got it and she played her fiddle. You know what I'm saying? Like when she got up there, it was like, oh, I really wasn't paying attention to it. And I was just trying to play with my teammates and win. She was just playing her little fiddle because the society was saying, hey, you're great when you do it, but don't let these people right here do it to you. But at the end of the day, if you go look at Angel Reese stuff, even when she was with Maryland, and even all that stuff, she's always been a savage. She
from Baltimore.
Like she's from Randallstown.
You know what? That makes sense. Because inner city girls don't play basketball like that often.
Well, I mean, what do you mean?
What do you mean? What I mean?
What do they don't? You mean frequent and frequency? They don't all play, or a style of play? What do you mean?
Both, all of the above.
So, man, if they good not playing in the city, or they go some getting recruited, them high school kids be like,
you in the tunnel.
not here. Oh,
you get me now?
Yeah, here we go. We back. You got
yeah, and them high school girls, if they from the city, they could be traveling. They might not be in the city. They get drafted.
They go to they get sent to Catholic school, the school out in the county. But yeah, man, shout out to Angel, man. I don't know. I'm with Mo. I ain't think it was that bad. Like that's the game. That's what we've been on. You know what I'm saying? And Angel, they've been on Angel low key all season because a few months ago when she got the big block with the shoe in her hand and she was talking trash and it's such a problem. But Caitlin get the, and you know what? And I like how when they asked Caitlin was also like, "No, I ain't see a problem with it. You know, she's a competitor. We just taunted Like you gotta say that because if you go along with the public narrative, you can never taunt again.
Yeah.
So you got to shut up and be like, nah, it's cool. It don't bother me.
And if you go, there's a clip on TikTok where they were saying, let's check what her teammates, some of her best clapbacks, and some of her best encouragements on TikTok. And so they go and talk to her teammates. And the teammates was like, yeah, I thought it was cool when she did the John Cena, or when she does this or she does this, and she'll come over and say this to us, or she did da 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 da. So they just start telling her like all the stuff that she does during the game, directly to them or to the other team. So, you know, once you start doing that, you can't really put it out there. She told you girl from Louisville, she was like, y'all down 15.
Yeah.
Like,
but I don't think she was the I think it was nothing. Clearly it was the media and social media mostly. Like, y'all just, if y'all had said all this last week when Caitlyn did it, we wouldn't have said nothing. Or we'd have been like, y'all just harping on women. It wasn't until Angel did it. Now it's like, I'm not racist. Are you sure you're not racist? I don't think y'all know what it is. No, I take that back. They know what it is. I'm about to lie. I was about to lie. Man, shout out to Angel, you know. And I like how Angel just leaned into it. Like, y'all want me to be the villain? Okay. Okay.
She would ride that energy. I mean, she drew a ring on her finger.
Yeah,
even before that. So
she said, we'll go to the Obamas. We don't gotta go to jail. We don't gotta see you, but you didn't even ask them people you come to their house. You just said,
hey, these millennials though, they be clapping. They ain't taking.
Yeah, but I heard
nobody.
I heard they going. I heard she going though.
She should.
To the White House, yeah.
For a business standpoint, if I was her agent and I was representing, or if I was her dad, her parent, I'm telling her, you go for the experience, and you don't bring. It's no different than somebody taunting you on the court. You don't get to the White House and clap at Jill in her face. You let her eat that crow.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
You know what I'm saying? you show up in there, you be the pleasant, and you be all the things that she don't think you are, and you let her eat that. Because now she got to look at you at a team and defend why she said that the loser should be able to come in. You ain't got to say nothing. She already put her foot in her mouth. She got to walk that down. You know what I'm saying?
I think Jill tried to be the everybody gets a participation trophy. I think that was Jill's problem. Like, oh no, it's okay, everybody can go. Nah, that's not how that work, Mrs. Biden. Like, they gotta sit this one out. I understand what you're trying to do, and that's wonderful, but this not that.
How many championships happened before the NCAA championship happened? Super Bowl, right? She didn't invite the Eagles out to the White House.
But that's because it was less. I think because it was all the controversy, and she wanted the girls to play nice. But that's been an argument for years now. You can't hand out the participation trophy.
Wait. So you said the first lady wanted the girls to play nice?
Yeah, I think she was just trying to, because she said it after everything blew up. She's like, oh no, it's okay, everybody can come. Like, trying to be peacemakers. Like, man, you not even in this.
Well, that's the thing. I saw a few women on social media. They were initially trying to make this people don't want to see women show emotion in sports thing. You know, rather than a black woman in sports thing.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
That ain't it for me. First of all, when this shit first happened, I was with Doug. That's why I like what Doug said, because I said it the whole time when this shit happened. I guess I'm one of the few black people that looked at that shit and was like, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't know. I
might put it on the shirt.
I don't like it. It's like, I was like, just like us black people, we gonna stand behind some dumb shit. Just like when Antonio Brown was around here acting the ass and throwing off his pads in the middle of a fucking game.
Nah, he need to be on medicine. He need to be on medicine. That's different.
Hear me out.
Tom ain't win without him.
You know how many black people stood behind Antonio Brown? Like, he knew what he was talking about. Like, y'all black people, we're gonna stand behind some dumb shit. And I think Angela Reese saying the same thing. I'm not saying she's classless, and I'm all down for trash talking in sports. Like, shorty, talk your shit. I find it funny. I seen the clip where she told the girl, like, she was like, she act like she was finna throw the ball. She did like the whole Kobe thing, where the girl actually throw the ball at her, and she straight up told her, "You're not built like that, so don't even try it." I personally was like, I like that. I like that. I didn't have no problem with her doing this, and like her doing this. I didn't have no problem with the gesture. I had an issue with the timing. You're up by like 20-something points with 10 seconds to go. That's when you decided to talk shit. That's the part that bothered me. Because Michael Jordan once said, a great man talks shit when it's 0-0. You were pretty much quiet during the whole game. As the game is now out of reach for your opponent, now you got some shit to say.
But the same thing Caitlyn did, though. She did the same,
Yeah.
exact same thing. After she done dropped 40 on him, she put the same thing. I'm talking about like when she did it.
You know, that side profile is crazy.
She did already hit her 41 point. She did.
Well, I knew you was gonna do that.
You know what I'm saying? She did the same thing, dog.
Hear me out, right? She did this shit in general, right? She just did like, you can't see me. The fact that the part that gets me is like, why ain't nobody watching like the whole minute clip of like Angela Reese seeking out this chick to go get in her vicinity to do this shit? And she's like, "Oh, I did it because she disrespected my girls South Carolinas," right? I was like, "Okay, cool." I said, "So hear me out. Are you mad that this white girl, right? Because South Carolina going to the fucking Final Four was just a formality to the rest of the fucking season. It was a formality. It was like, we know you guys are gonna get here. You just got to do it, right? So it's like South Carolina was supposed to be champions. They were champions and they got all the way down to the Final Four. So it was like, are you doing this because you're SEC girls? Are you really doing this because this little white girl, you know what I'm saying, came out here and busted the big dog ass? You know what I'm saying? This little team of white girls came out here and busted ass on this team full of black women. And is that why
she disrespected them
back?
She waved old girl off like, I ain't even.
Yeah. That's a great point, Mo. I'm not even checking you.
Do that shit in the NBA. How many times did somebody wave Russell Westbrook off because knowing this nigga can't shoot?
Okay, so look, but that's a good point. If then we gotta accept all the trash talk.
And that's trash talk.
Except trash talk because they wave players off all the time. Because I'm sorry, if Joel Embiid stopped at the 3-point line, I wouldn't be running to try to contest this shot. I'm like, we're gonna let you take that motherfucker all day.
It's solid.
Okay, it's like Ben Simmons. They gonna drop back and sag and give Ben Simmons that 3 because they know he ain't gonna shoot it. She was not a player that they didn't know that could shoot it. She just was like, I'm just not gonna come out there and check you. Now the girl can shoot the ball that she waved off, right? I think that in that whole thing, it got a little sideways because you said Angel walked her down, was like, hey, I want you to see that you ain't doing that. I'm gonna follow you around. And that's where they kind of getting on her about. But to be honest, nobody said nothing when Pat Bev called LeBron little, and then Austin Reeves turned around and called him little. Nobody said nothing about that.
Because that's what Pat Bev is, though. Like, for instance,
but that's who Angel is.
That's who Angel is. Yeah.
But here's the thing: it's women's basketball, so not a lot of people know that. You know what I'm saying? To a lot of people, they ain't never seen Angela Reese or Caitlin Clark a day in their life until this incident. We know Pat Bev. Pat Bev been Pat Bev for forever. You know what I'm saying? Because it's him and Russell Westbrook have been beefing. So if this would have been like Russell Westbrook and Pat Bev, and Russell Westbrook like was winning the championship against Pat Bev, and Russell Westbrook ran from one side of the court to get in Pat Bev's face, nobody would bat a fucking eye because these niggas have a history with each other. This was proverbially 2 nobodies that nobody knew. And I posted it on Facebook. I ain't never seen so many people interested in women's tournament before. Ain't never seen so much coverage on a women's tournament.
Hey man, you gotta start someday, right?
9 million,
it took-
9.9 million. It's the largest event, women's event. I mean, it was larger than any male event that went on this year.
I mean, as a less than casual watcher of women's sports, I think the college women's basketball is better, or like just I'm more entertained by it than the WNBA.
You know what women's sport that's crazy, and I know it's gonna sound misogynist and sexist, but that goddamn lingerie football.
I knew you was gonna say that.
Yo,
They be hitting though.
Lit.
They be hitting.
Hey, those shorties be out there busting though. I'm talking about old girl can't cross that middle and lay shorty. Ow! I was like, God dang.
When I can watch any football. Like if I see kids playing, I'll stop and watch. You know what I mean? Like just random out there playing.
I'm such a football. I watch flag football. Like they literally need to make a professional female flag football league.
It is one now.
Yo, that would be.
It is
Well,
one.
yo,
I see a girl
this,
that was at the Super Bowl, the little Hispanic chick that was in the Super Bowl commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's one of the stars of the flag football
league,
team.
Yeah.
When they gonna start televising that shit? Because baby, I watch.
So
Yeah.
ESPN 8.
That's like ESPN 8.
You know Ocho.
Hey, as much as I pay for the sports package, they better have that motherfucker on. Stop playing with me.
Yeah, but the lingerie,
especially during football season, I don't want to watch the fucking Ohio State and Boilermakers game. We already know what the fuck. We know it's gonna be 56-0 by the end of the first quarter. I want to watch this fucking game. And put some yams on the TV. Oh yeah,
it got to be their idea. It has to be their idea, or it will be called sexist and all that.
Shit, whack.
See, because like that, they no longer call it the lingerie football league. It's the
Legends.
Yeah,
I don't know why they went with Legends. Why didn't you just say Lady Football League?
Why you just couldn't get
because then they got a whole nother thing, lady.
Listen, if I told you,
but they're not legendary though.
Boom. If I told you, hey, it's a lingerie football game on, I don't give a fuck what you doing. You gonna stop and change the channel. I'm a pause this Netflix movie.
Also,
what channel?
They ain't really like lingerie. It's just
lingerie.
They get 1 quarter. If they ain't hitting, I'm turning the channel.
Like I'm pausing this Netflix series to watch fucking lingerie football for sure. Like you got my attention when you said lingerie. Yeah, got it. Yeah, what channel?
For me, I'm not watching the lingerie. I'm watching football, and lingerie is happening.
Like technically, like
you know what I'm saying? It's just the ambiance of the football game that I'm watching. Like, but I really want to see some football.
Right.
Like I can't do the. You know what I'm saying? They giggling and
the athleticism. Yeah.
I swear to God, I watched one, bro. They really be out there like slinging. It's like 7, but they really be out there slinging a rock. Though. Like Jordan's really be back there like dropping back, throwing passes and shit. Like footwork crazy. Like
they got them damn they got them damn hockey helmets on and shit. Them lacrosse helmets.
Yeah.
them yams be out there yamming though while they playing football.
Now they had that one girl, her signature move, like when she sack you or hit you hard, she twerk on you.
Oh, yeah, she twerk on you.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm about to identify as a female so I can get on the team.
You know what? That's funny until niggas start doing it and start crushing.
Start
crushing.
Stiff arming the shit.
Yeah. That's coming. That's coming. They about to be out there.
This is why I couldn't be in charge of no shit like that. Cause I'd be like, nah, bro, that ain't gonna work. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, sir.
Look, man.
Brother, man.
And this is my opinion. All right. This is my opinion. Right. So like, you trans, LGBT, all that, that's cool. That's what you do. That's what you do. You know what I'm saying? But women gotta watch out, because really what it looks like to me is another opportunity for men to dominate.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Oh, absolutely. You couldn't cut it in the XFL, so now you joining the lingerie league.
But they don't. I don't think women see it that way. They just see it as all right, this person want to be a woman, they should be a woman. You should honor their feelings. Like, all right, that mean they're a woman. So, and not even just sports, like your art, your music, your movies, your literature, your Pulitzer Prize, everything that's a woman category, like they have opportunity. Women scholarships, like they have opportunity to come in and take those things. So you got like you letting another branch in, like you gotta make sure that you're okay with that for real. It's not just them doing stuff like outside of your world.
No.
Like you really like you gotta understand like these people, you invited them in, they will be here.
Did y'all see the it was a trans weightlifter who was a male, now she's a female, and she holds all the heavyweighting, all the lifting records, because the weightlifting, they just say you can identify with whoever you identify with. So the dude jumped in. He claimed that he was a woman, right?
Yeah, I seen that and crushed all the records.
Yeah, like he beat her by 100 pounds. He bitched 370. He bitched 370. The record was 270. He bitched 370 because he could enter into the record. I mean, into the joint as a female. He said, "I identify as a female," and the weightlifting association was like, "Okay, you can lift as a woman then." The dude goes in and blasts the record by 100 pounds. And so the trans female who'd have been blasting all these other chicks is complaining that he did it for show and he had malice in his heart, and stuff like that.
Of course he did. And first of all, if I was the person that signed him up, I would have let him sign up too. Fuck yeah, you can sign up. I gives a damn. Because first of all, I'm notorious for talking about the transformer community because I don't give a shit. I ain't cutting these motherfuckers no slack. I don't cut trans people no slack because as a black man in this country, I got motherfuckers who don't like me because I'm black, because of some shit I can't control. You want me to respect you over the decision that you paid thousands and thousands of dollars to do? You paid to cut your genitals off. You paid to have breast implants. You paid to have these estrogen pills. You have paid good goddamn money to look like a fucking woman. And then you want somebody to feel sorry for you when somebody doesn't give you the respect that you want. Meanwhile, it's still hillbillies in backwood fucking Kentucky that would rather see my black ass hanging from a tree. And you want me to identify with your struggle? Fuck you. I'm gonna call you a transformer. Talk about your ugly ass all day. I ain't doing no pronoun shit. I'm hoping one of the motherfucking Rainbow Mafias come on my podcast and try to cancel me. I need to get this shit the world star. If I get the world star because I was bashing trans people, I know goddamn it I made it. Because I ain't got no sympathy for you. Not damn bit. Now I do think it is wrong to beat up a person because they trans. You can't be out here killing people just because they say something that you don't like. I don't believe in going out here putting your hands on people churning just because you identify as this, that, and the third. That ain't me. I don't condone in the violence part. But now, as far as all that, your feelings and your rights, shut the fuck up because I don't care. Shut up. I don't care.
This nigga, Jody is a well-spoken wavy.
Facts.
Shout out my nigga wavy. Yeah.
Facts. Look, man, social media speaks. Yo.
Yeah, we're not gonna get to talk about 6ix9ine tonight.
Yeah, for sure. I was trying to get it, like, where's Doug at, man?
I don't know. I think he just gave up.
Link a couple
times. I sent him another link. Yeah, I think he just gave up.
So I was like, I was talking about 6ix9ine.
Yo, say if her rebuttal is not all women, trust me, brother, you're wasting your time.
Yeah, let it ride.
Not all women. Yo, this dude said, yo, he nutted way too fast last night. I know they killing me in her group chat.
I mean,
a real man to flip it back on her. I tell a bitch quick. First of all, you're not about to quick nut shame me. First of all, Okay, you ever seen what happened? You put a hot dog in a microwave for a minute and 30 seconds.
yeah,
It busts.
yeah.
Concept. You're not about to quick nut shame me.
I can't control that. You know what I'm saying?
I can't control that. You the one came over this boom shakalaka wop and threw it on the nigga without no warning label. So
Right.
technically, this your fault. The last pussy I had was trash, and the transition from your shit to her shit was crazy. That's all I got. You not about to shame me. Give a fuck what you say about me in the group chat. I still fuck though.
Yo, women, you know, they should know better. Like if they advertising what they man do, girls be trying to figure out. They be trying to see for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They gotta relax, man. Yo, don't nobody sing a problematic hip hop song about treating men like tricks harder than a woman in a caring, stable relationship.
Ooh, shit.
Yo.
I said this a long time ago. Y'all really be out here listening to Meg Thee Stallion, Cardi B, and shit because, and two of these bitches is married and the other two in like whole relationships. Like Meg Thee Stallion been with this nigga Prada for like 3 years. JT in love with Lil Uzi Vert, little weird ass.
No, I think they broke up.
They broke
I
up.
thought they broke up and got and then they was back together.
Oh, they back? Oh, they get back?
And got back together. She been in love with him. Cardi B is married to Offset. You know what I'm saying? And fucking Carisha, she like Diddy, you know, little boo thing. So like y'all really be out here listening to bitches tell y'all single while they in a relationship. And let's not talk about Sierra talking about motivating women and stand on your grind. And it's like, oh, your husband worth like $245 million. Like, shut up.
Your husband bought your catalog. That nigga got you out of contract, nigga.
Your husband bought your catalog. Like, shut up.
Yeah, like
Yo, he did, yo. He bought her out.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the fact that Sierra was like, I want Future to be a part of his child life. And I say, so you got $30 million in the bank. Russ got $245 million in the bank. Explain to me again why you want Future to pay child support. Because you don't need money. Why?
Because it's the law.
Well, the law is that Russell married her, so now he responsible.
Is that how it works?
He adopted that child.
I only work with alimony.
Yeah, I work with alimony. I don't work with the child support.
I don't know how well it work with child support.
Yeah, he can't put them out.
Because he would look bad morally, but he can put them out.
He can't put them out.
He can put them out.
He had to divorce her.
He can do that.
Yo, women are very generous towards men they're sexually attracted to.
Very much so. That's very true.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I understand. Nigga, women don't do this. Women, no, they don't like you, bro.
She don't like you.
She don't like you. They do these things.
hey, Brian, listen. It's a subject that we're gonna talk about on my podcast, right? And I'm like, boy, I'm gonna tell you this. All them women that sit out there that talk about how they ain't paying no bills, I bet if you make that bitch fall in love, she'll pay some bills.
Get back, man. They do everything that they say they not going to do.
They say they not gonna do when they fall in love. When she fall in love, like, and the crazy part about it is women be doing that shit for the wrong nigga. Here I am with a business idea, and you won't give me $1, but you sit there and pay for Ray studio sessions for 3 years while this nigga cheated on you.
Right.
That's that pisses me off.
He talk like he can't read, and you invested in this nigga. Well, okay. But I'm the one. Don't worry about it, sis.
Facts, man.
You read like Floyd Mayweather.
Yo, so let's get to the main topic: fake chains and false claims. All right. So, I just go back to the picture, right? And I brought this up because I don't know if y'all know about the rapper Troy Ave, and he got into an incident with a podcaster named Tax Stone a few years ago at Irving Plaza in New York City.
What is that, a mall?
No,
or mall-esque type? It's a club? Okay.
You know what I mean? So, so they did a show there. Troy was supposed to be doing the show there, along with other artists. T.I. was there. And him and Tax Stone got into it. There, Tax Stone brought a gun in the club, ended up killing Troy as bodyguard and friend, and shooting Troy Ave and shooting Mano's girlfriend as they were tussling for the gun. Right. The video first came out all over the news. It was Troy. Troy Ave was bubbling at this time. You know what I'm saying? He was bubbling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that song "Your Style" on the radio on Hot 97, independent artist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then they showed him on the news busting this gun in the club. I was like, oh, this nigga just threw it all away. Then I found out what happened. Like, so in self-defense, right? But this whole thing has turned into Troy Ave's a snitch because he testified against the person who had the gun, who killed his friend, who he wrestled the gun from. The way I'm seeing grown men on the internet go back and forth is making me really feel like the streets are a myth, yo. Like the whole street code that everybody be talking about, be rapping about. Like, I just don't understand.
Yeah, like why is everybody mouth open? If the streets is so respected, everybody's all this street code. Why are y'all talking?
Right. So Taxstone recently, within the last week or so, just got convicted for that murder. Troy Ave was initially charged with that. Right. He was initially charged with that murder, but it came out that he was Taxstone who had the gun, all that, blah, blah. So Taxstone just got sentenced, and Mano is a friend of his. Mano doesn't, I guess he doesn't like Troy Ave. There's a lot of, it's popular not to like Troy Ave. Mano just came out with a video last week of it with a chain that he said Troy Ave had been wearing in all his videos and all this stuff that's fake. Said he held on to it for like 6 years since the Irving Plaza incident.
Quick pause, quick aside. Didn't you say that Taxstone shot Mano's girlfriend?
Yeah.
And okay, continue.
Yeah, but it wasn't like he shot her. It was like they was wrestling for the gun.
Yeah. I get it, but
yeah.
But he got the nigga that shot you. You got his chain. He shot your girl. You got his chain.
No, Troy.
No.
Troy.
His friend shot his girlfriend.
Right. So with Troy Ave, it's
Troy Ave wasn't nobody's friend, but Troy got his chain took.
This gives me
it popped off or something in a scuffle.
Yeah.
Right. So he said he held it for 6 years. He held it. He said just in case he had to just to flex on him or something like that. Whatever.
Right.
But it was looking bad for Troy, right? Because it's like, dang, you had this fake chain on. But it wasn't even that serious. I didn't care, But then it came out that this nigga Mano was wearing the chain all this time, like all in the videos and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like it was like an instant within 24 hours. The internet found all this.
Yeah, all that. That's like, yo.
Right. So, and I don't care about none of this shit really, but what I do care about is these niggas in the 40s, 30s and 40s, man, talking about niggas chains. You know what I'm saying?
From 6 years ago.
Right. And these people, like, it made me think of my childhood. I was really into rappers, yo. Like, I thought these niggas really did what they said they was doing. These niggas is phony as hell, man.
I think the problem is they saying what they doing. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like y'all talk too much. Like the whole point of committing crime is to not get caught. But you're making evidence purposefully. That's not good criminal
etiquette?
Like performance rating. Like
But hold on, B.
You got a bad help rating.
Back in the day, the whole point of doing a crime was not to get caught. Nowadays, you do a crime to get fucking clout.
Yeah.
So think about it. Maybe maybe the times haven't changed. People that's doing it.
That's true. Yeah.
Because now I do agree there's a lot of fake shit. Now here's the thing. One of my favorite rappers growing up, Lil Wayne. I love Lil Wayne. To me, Lil Wayne couldn't do no wrong. There was nothing like hearing that lighter flick before your favorite beat.
Like that 08 to 2010?
Yeah, hey, every time a nigga dropped the mixtape, you knew that shit was gonna be fire. Right? So as much as I love Lil Wayne, I came to the realization this nigga started rapping when he was 12. This nigga had a record deal at 16. This nigga was on, back that ass up on Juvenile at the age of 17. So nigga, you've been proverbially rich since you've been 16, 17 years old.
This whole time.
So I realized that this nigga talking about all these drugs and all this hustling and all this slinging dope. You lying. You damn lying. But it's okay though, because it sounds good. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So after that, I kind of realized a lot of these cats do that shit. But the problem is that was our generation. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when Jeezy was the dude in the streets, he got out the street life. Same thing with Gucci. Them niggas was the real deal. Same thing with T.I. Them niggas was the real deal back in the streets. But like when they got rapping, they stopped. Mm-hmm. The problem is these niggas
don't want to stop.
They want to be famous. They want to be rich. They want to be independent rappers, and they still want to commit crimes. You know what I'm saying? It's like you still want hood credit. It is just like we said before, baby. When I get some money, I'm gonna act like I don't know no motherfucker.
I'm gone.
Only time you gonna see me is on this motherfucking screen. I promise you that. Act like I don't know nobody.
Cause like you gotta keep updating your street cred. Like you have to have done something really major for it to last for years, or you gotta update it. Mm-hmm. And do some criminal shit to keep.
And that's everybody about to keep doing. These people are watching me. White children know my name and face. I can't be out here doing this crazy stuff with y'all, man.
Listen, they trying to keep up an image. It's like you trying to keep street cred, and it's just like for what?
For what?
I think rap about to be white. Like jazz, like rock and roll.
That's how 6ix9ine got into that shit. Out here buying street cred and doing stupid shit.
Mm-hmm. That was dumb. But hold on. We gotta finish this Mano joint because it was another part after this.
What happened?
They Whack 100, another person who's constantly talking and I don't understand why. He was on China Max IG Live.
Right.
And I forgot I don't know what they was talking about. But Mano hopped on the live, and then Mano started calling him. Somebody called somebody a snitch, and they started cussing each other out. So now these two is beefing, and ready to go at each other and all that. But like, what? Why y'all like to Boom's point? Y'all niggas in y'all 40s. Mr. Whack, sir.
What you doing with street beef? Mr. Whack 100. You don't shut your face.
Mr. Mac, Mr. Whack. You're a Mr. Sir.
Mr. Whack.
Mr. Whack. What are you doing?
You was Uncle Whack, nigga.
Yeah.
I seen this video. Where like these dudes were trying to jump Whack, and he was squabbling.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He got Whack. Her Whack got hands. But these two old. What? Y'all just old, man.
Hey, bro, listen. Whack, listen, Uncle Whack, hear me out. What's that one fat Italian dude that's real all over the internet?
I know who you talking about. Damn, I can see his face. I can't remember his name though.
Yeah, he be giving like the motivational speeches and shit.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm from Jersey. You know what I'm saying? They asked that motherfucker. They was like, bro, if somebody roll up on you right now, what would you do? You hit him with the jujitsu, or you hit him with the tie? He was like, nigga, I'm 56, nigga. I'm hitting him with the gun. Nigga, he said, I'm pulling this Saturday night special out my ass, and I'm too old to be fighting you motherfuckers. Uncle Whack, you are at the age now. It is accepted for you to pop a motherfucker for walking up on you, bro. Chill out, bro. Chill out. It's not about her tongue wrestling with these youngins, man. What's going on, Uncle Whack?
Well, that's the game right now. They said the game was supposed to be sold, not to be told. Now they telling
and not selling.
Yeah. Well, They're selling the telling.
Mm.
They there's too much common knowledge of what happens on in gang
Yeah,
activity.
yeah. Like it's true,
That's
man.
supposed to be secret. Or
Like it.
you
Niggas
had
selling
there's a
that
rite of
secret.
passage to know these things.
Yeah.
Niggas selling that secret. Niggas selling that secret for something worth more than money now. They freedom. Cause boy, listen, I'm gonna put it to you like this, right? We can talk about snitching all we day, but when you looking at 30, 40 years, when you looking at spending the rest of your life in federal prison, telling, I'm gonna tell you right now, that street code don't look like shit. Like niggas, and you gotta think about it. Niggas really, right? Niggas really looked at that shit and said, I'm gonna spend the rest of my life in jail because I'm gonna die behind this street code. These young niggas now is like, I'm not dying behind this street code. I got $7 million. I can be on house arrest for the next 2 years, probation for the next 6, and then move out into the middle of 10 buck fucking 2 and live the rest of my life, invest in my money. That's what I'm gonna do. Cause that's what I would do. I can't even cap. I can't knock niggas for snitching. That's why I wasn't mad at Gunna. I wasn't mad.
What's the nigga? It's a DC rapper named.
I wasn't mad at this nigga.
Ant Glizzy. Was it Ant? Yeah, it's Ant. So he was like, I don't do no snitching. I don't condone snitching, but I don't do no crime. So if my niggas with me, if I'm with my niggas and they on some, they about to go do something, like, nah, let me out. Cause I'm not going to jail, but I ain't about to just tell on y'all, but I'm just not like, don't invite me. Cause I'm not going to jail. But I'm not snitching.
Don't put me in a position where I have to.
Yeah, that's what he said. Like, don't put me in a position. Don't be doing all that around me. Don't put me in no position where I gotta tell on you.
That's why I don't feel bad for 6ix9ine. Nigga, you bought your way into a fucking gang. You bought your way into a gang. You participated in all kind of dumbass gang activity. And then when this shit hit the fans, you went to telling. And it was bad enough you told. But it was sitting around talking shit.
You know what? You know what, Jody? I don't blame 6ix9ine. I blame the niggas that let him outside. That's the real problem. They should have never let him on the block.
Listen, I'm not mad at him for snitching. People's like, oh, you mad at 6ix9ine for snitching? No, I'm not mad at 6ix9ine for snitching. Because when they told the nigga you facing 30 years and you all are 25, facing 30 years for a bunch of shit you know you didn't do, but you the face of it because you the most well-known person. Good. I wasn't mad at you for snitching. I was mad at you for buying your way into the life where you had to snitch on motherfuckers and now you put your life in danger. That's the shit that pissed me off.
They should have never let that man. They should have just robbed him the first time and called it a day.
He
So
paid the niggas.
what you think about him getting? What you think about him getting jumped or beat up down at the?
I think that was
right.
Huh?
Was that in Florida?
I thought it was California.
It was Florida.
Oh, it was? Okay.
I don't know why you came down to Florida thinking shit sweet. I don't know why you came down here thinking shit sweet. Nigga, we get out the car. Like, nigga, if there is a 6-foot gator in the road, we literally will get out the car and shoot a fucking gator off the road. And if you bad enough, you'll pick the motherfucker up and move him.
And drag it out the road.
I myself have done it. I swear to God, on my right hand on the Bible, it was about a 5-foot gator in the fucking road. I got out my fucking car, right? I threw something in the face. He bit whatever the fucking little can or whatever I threw. I grabbed this motherfucker by the tail and drug his ass off the road. We are just built different down in Florida. Like, we do not give a fuck. Like, we pull snapping turtles out of the water for fun because we know it's there. Like, you want to know how to catch a snapping turtle in Florida? You literally just take your hand on the bottom of a fucking murky pond until you feel something spiky and hard and just pull that motherfucker out. That's how you get a snapping turtle out of Florida. That's how you get that motherfucker. Like, it's so easy.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
We built different.
Yeah, I got it. I'm just mad.
So why you get down to Florida and you thought shit was sweet?
I'm just mad that they threw their freedom away for a beef that wasn't theirs. Like, I understand. Right. I can understand if you knew the niggas that he snitched on and you want your get back and you want your lick back. Cool. You were not involved in that at all. You just decided you wanted to go back to jail. That's crazy to me.
Did they film and post that, or did somebody else film
no, they filmed.
The niggas that didn't film it.
Yeah, that's problem number 2.
It was 3 Mexicans. I'm just glad it wasn't nobody black. I was like, yes, one for the black community, one of us. It was 3 Mexicans.
Yeah, nah. I think one of the dudes that just came home.
He had been 8 years, and he was home for like 3 days.
An idiot.
He was a dumbass. But at the same time, I don't feel bad for 6ix9ine. I don't feel bad for him.
No.
Like, what do you think was gonna happen? Here's the thing, right? It wasn't the fact that you snitch. It wasn't the fact that you was talking shit to other rappers, because rappers talk shit to other rappers all the time. It was the fact that you talk shit about a gang. Nigga, you talk shit about gangs, nigga.
Yeah,
you said fuck King Von and his crew. I'm just like,
you don't even know that. Why? I don't understand.
You heard about that King Von documentary?
Like, so you dissing on the dead nigga, and they immortalized this man in O Block. Okay, they immortalized this man in O Block. So you talk shit about a dead nigga, and then you said fuck his crew. So it's like, I don't feel bad for you at all. You know?
You just asking for it. Yeah.
You asking for it. That's like getting on fucking live TV and be like, hey, yo, F the Crips and the Bloods. It's like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Like, you just want this trouble. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, all right, cool. You gonna be the first.
Well, let me ask this. What is it about? It seems like I can't even say it's an outside entity. It's us.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, if you black, you gotta be street. Or like black culture is street culture.
I think part of it is
black culture is survival culture.
With the ideal man or the model man for a lot of people is a street nigga. So a lot of people feel like if you ain't a street nigga, you're not a real man. Forgetting the fact that you ain't gotta be somebody I forgot who said it. You ain't gotta be a street nigga to be a real nigga. Like, you don't have to be. I know some niggas that are church boys and will push your teeth down your throat and shoot you if they have to. But they're not out in the street, ain't never been in the street. Like, that's not them, but you just not about to talk to them all wild and crazy either. But since all niggas know, a lot of niggas know it's streets, and like the only idols that they have to look up to that are men are rappers. Like I gotta emulate this. And to Jody's point too, part of it is survival. Like, if I gotta walk down this street to get back and forth to school, nigga, like you gotta be ready for that. Or you take the 30-minute walk all the way around the neighborhood. Right.
So some of our culture is a survival culture, making shit out of essentially less.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We took what we had and kind of just added our own shit to it. Because I'm pretty sure nobody in the white culture thought about adding brown sugar to baked beans. That's we just had to add some extra shit to it.
They don't even want to add heat to it. They eat it right out the can.
Bruh, I used to work with this white dude, bro.
That's disgusting.
I swear to God, bro. Brian, I swear to God, bro. Cuz literally at lunchtime, most of the days, bro, Cuz literally cracked open the top of his ravioli and sitting there eating that shit with a fork. Didn't it up, no nothing. Just sitting there straight out the fucking can, bro.
Yeah, that's survival mode. That's
Are you cooking that shit in the can on a Bunsen burner?
Bro, that nigga literally used to take the shit and put it outside in the sun, bro. And by the time he cracked it open, bro, that shit was pretty warm, bro. I ain't gonna cap. I was like, that's kind of fucking genius if you doing self-sufficient shit. But at the same time, it's in a fucking microwave, bro.
That man's come from struggle. A sun-heated can of ravioli is crazy.
It was a white dude too, bro.
You at work. You at the place making money. Like, you can buy something now.
Bro, this back when McDonald's had the dollar menu, bro. You could have got you a small fry, a McChicken, and a small drink for $3.25, bro.
$3.25. Man, you could have skipped the drink and got some water at work.
Bro, I would have gave you the 25 cents if it was that.
True, yeah.
Man, I don't know. I think there's a change that needs to happen. You know, you ever seen a movie like The Gangs in New York?
No, I heard it was
Leonardo
good.
DiCaprio.
Yeah, somebody had on red, somebody had on blue. It was in dirty New York when the streets
Yeah,
was.
it was the like the immigrant classes that
Yeah,
came
yeah,
through,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
the Irish and
Mm-hmm.
Italians and
Mm-hmm.
Polish, all that kind of stuff. And we watch Godfather and those people of gangster lore, like the Jewish gangs and stuff, like Luciano and stuff. They went through their street period in America already.
Mm-hmm.
If you think about it, everybody went through a street period,
Mm-hmm.
and now they corporate now, or they're doing other things, whereas we still trying to be street.
Part of the problem is the way the government structures has allowed them to build businesses, and they have not allowed us to do that in the same manner. You know what I'm saying? So you could be, especially back then, you could be Italian but still white and go start a waste removal company to funnel your money through. Like they not really letting us get a loan to go buy 3 dump trucks to, you know what I'm saying, do the same thing. So it's
Do
hard. It
you
was
do you think we really have? Do you think if niggas just try, they can get that loan for 3 trucks, or you think that people are really stopping us in 2023?
I feel like if
eat
it
ravioli.
first out the can, baby. I feel like it depends on where you at, right? Because if you look like a respectable type of Negro and you really out here trying to do your shit, and if they feel like your business ain't gonna compete with their shit, I feel like they'll get to you. You know what I'm saying? Because like you gonna make us some money. But I feel like if you like a respectable Negro and they feel like your shit might bounce back on our shit, like hell no.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No compete.
Yeah.
No.
And also, interest rates are usually higher on various things. Like it's always an extra something when it comes to us. And then you just gotta
Just paperwork.
not all
Niggas hate paperwork.
That's true, but that's not the point. The point is
that's why they put them fucking questionnaires on the back of job applications. Stop y'all niggas from filling them out.
Cause why you asking all these questions? It's not the fact that you ask the question. It's the fact that you ask the same question 3 different times.
Over and over. So
different ways.
If Josh Shaw Davis steals something from work, would Josh tell HR? No, Josh gonna mind his fucking business. That between David and HR. Fuck you asking me that dumbass question.
Yo, it's like no right answer to them questions.
No.
It's all about what this person wants.
Bro,
yeah.
Because like
how you give me an opinion-based question with 4 fucking answers?
Yo, I applied to work at Enterprise like years ago, and like where everybody's a manager there, right? and I didn't know that was the deal. I thought they asking questions like, would you just tell somebody to do something, or would you make them do something, or would you take control, or would you if ain't nobody stepping up, would you tell everybody what to do and all that shit? I'm thinking you wouldn't want me to overstep your job or something, you know what I mean? Like I'm giving all defensive answers and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I ain't get the job, not knowing like it's a game.
Yeah.
Just answer the questions, like pass the test. Like
right. I was trying to work. I think I was trying to get a little part-time joint at T-Mobile. They asked me a bunch of questions like, do you see, if you seen your coworker doing this, like would you say something? Or if you seen your coworker, but I don't see my coworker, I do massage. Like niggas in the room by themselves. I can't answer these questions. You know what I'm saying?
They be having the most difficult questionnaires for the most stupidest jobs. I literally applied to be a fucking person at Goodwill. Like I just want like some part-time shit.
Yeah.
Come back here and process the furniture. You know what I'm saying? I just want something to do from 5 to 9 at night. And these motherfuckers like, what if it was a really expensive piece of furniture? Would you put it aside for yourself? And I'd be like, would anybody do that shit? Like I don't understand. Like why you asking us obvious dumbass questions? Like of course I'm gonna put.
Why I can't handle Goodwill for myself?
Yeah, like if I bring in a nice ass piece of furniture, just appraise the motherfucker and I'll pay for it. Like the fuck. Like,
right, because that's also an option, right? Like I don't understand why I can't have it.
Why the fuck
you'd be overcharging?
Two, why you at nigga? How you think I can't steal no couch?
Yo, niggas be stealing couches, be.
Man, that's on y'all. If I snuck a couch out of here, that's on y'all. They ain't got nothing to do with me.
Niggas be stealing refrigerators.
First of all,
AC units.
If somebody pulled up with a U-Haul truck and they had a nice ass sectional, I'd say, hey, bro, do what you do. Here's my address. Here's $50. Drop that motherfucker.
Go drop it off.
You ain't gotta bring it in here, bro. Go drop that motherfucker off. I'm gonna have somebody open the door. Fuck out of here.
True. Well, yo, it feel good to be back, man. You know, I'm out of town. I don't have my regular setup, but hopefully soon I'll be back in front of my regular setup with all the sound effects, music, and all that stuff. Bring some new shit to the show for season 2. You know, we just had episode 101. That's what's up, man. Do like 100 episode runs.
I'm about to say, yeah, it's like season 2, season episode 1 and season 2. Because first season had like 180 episodes.
Yeah, we was cranking them out the first one.
Word. So, Jody, don't you got some other broadcasts you got going on this week?
Oh, man, I'm hanging out with my cousin Matt. You know what I'm saying, at the No Offense podcast. You catch me on Thursdays at 8:30 with my cousin Matt. I be hanging out with him. But my show is coming back in May. I don't know what day in May, but it's coming back in May. And I got a whole bunch of interesting topics. And I'm gonna say I'm trying to get both of y'all boys up there. You know what I'm saying? Get y'all head.
Yeah.
One of my topics, right? I picked the spices. And I'm trying to make this a multiple episode. Can white parents truly raise black children? That's something I want to talk about. I want to pick people's brains. I want everybody's perspective on it. And I'm gonna make that topic a couple episodes, bro. Because I want everybody's perspective on it.
Oh yeah, I got a few. I'm ready for that. Brian be knowing, man.
My birthday in 10 minutes. You know, shout out to me. Real nigga about to be 36.
Oh, that's what's up.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you're in the area, DC area tomorrow, we going to Crafty Crab, the ghetto joint on Silver Hill Road. Wednesday night though, we're doing karaoke down the MGM. That's what I really want everybody to pull up to. So Wednesday,
gambling?
No, not at all. You gotta walk through the casino, so bring your ID. They do be pressed about that. Wednesday night. I got some. We got some episodes in the can. You know, we just gotta get them to the editor, get them together, man. We got episodes in the can. Shout out to my co-host Ace Almighty. Shout out to Host Chicago.
Yep. Yeah, we be back here next week, 10 p.m. Peace, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.